financial planning for the neurologists, basics and beyonds. Two topics affect everyone, whether we are interested in it or not. Health and money. Money is everywhere. It affects all of us, but confuses most of us, because everyone thinks about finances differently. Many neurologists ask why we need this topic in a national neurology conference. Why financial awareness and education is important for the doctors? Because we have enough money, but not enough time and knowledge to manage it appropriately. Hence, we are the most vulnerable group for the gimmicks of agents, financial advisors and brokers. We are the soft targets. So we need to understand, we need to learn the financial planning ourselves. And yes, we also thrive for freedom. Sorry for the plagiarism. The word was genius and not neurologist. What is financial freedom? Financial freedom is not about retirement or about enjoyment. We are neurologists. We love to work. We don't retire. But financial freedom doesn't mean you stop working. It means you work what you like the most, with the people you like the most, at the time you like, and as long as you like. So financial freedom means it's a journey from love what you do to do what you love. Professor Campbell in 1981 wrote a book, The Sense of Well-Being in America, and he noted that the most dependable predictor of feeling of well-being is a sense of control over oneself. So if we are financially secure, we have financial freedom, we feel better. So with this background, I am going to talk about financial planning, two topics. One is fundamentals and second is pro forma. Remember, there is no right plan, just rules that work for you. The first rule is everyone is unique. Dr. Nishit is a good friend and he is a financial expert. I know him since 30 years. So around 5 years back, he and Gaurav started teaching us doctors about financial planning and awareness and education. I asked him, why to learn? Just give me your portfolio and I will just copy paste it. So he denied it over my 30 years friendship. And he explained to me that your plan depends on your ambitions, your goals, your aspirations, your behavior, your risk-taking ability, and so on and so forth. And hence, in financial planning, everyone is unique. What seems crazy to you makes perfect sense for me. So a single asset has a fixed price, but the valuation for each individual is different because our goals and horizons are different. So, no size fits all. Don't copy paste anyone's portfolio. Plan with your family. One survey we did in 2022, I think, with the Gujarat doctors. 71% of doctors do not discuss financial planning with their spouses and children. Partners don't talk about the shared goals. Children are never taught about financial planning and budgeting. But remember, important financial decisions are taken over dinner table, not at the CA's office or Excel sheets. Because sometimes we have to take decisions to make someone happy rather than being rational. Dreams and goals are different. The second rule is dreams and goals should be there. But dreams and goals are different. If we don't act or commit ourselves, our goals are just dreams. So in finance, goals should be smart. Goal-based investment should be personal and specific. One needs to know what he wants and when. It should be within the reach and up to the resources. So be smart and then only start allocation and diversification and all the financial planning. The third rule is saving is must. Commonly our method of saving is faulty. We save only what's left after our expenses or after spending, but it should be the other way around. Ideally from your pre-tax income, 25% of that should go to the savings first and rest is for the expenses. Savings is what you secure. Investing is making your money grow. So saving is not equal to investing. It's a totally different thing. The fourth rule is having an emergency fund. COVID era has taught us the importance of having an emergency fund. Ideally, it should be 6 times of your monthly expense and it should be easily available. So it should be liquid enough to get if you are in a bad situation. 50% ideally into your spouse saving account and 50% in other liquid funds. The fifth and most important rule is start early. When you start early and do investment consistently, you will enjoy the benefit of compounding. What is compounding? They say it's the eighth wonder of the world. If you remain invested for a long period of time, your money will grow exponentially after a certain period of time. Let me tell you a story of Burman bamboos. If you sow the seeds of bamboos, you have to nurture it for 5 years, but it doesn't break the ground. If you persistently nurture it for 5 years, once it breaks the ground, it grows 80 to 90 feet in just 1 year. That is compounding. So start early. What is early? Today is the early. So with these rules, I go to the next part, the performa for basic or comprehensive financial planning. We are going to touch every aspect of our 360-degree comprehensive planning. The first and foremost or most important is cash flow and budgeting. If you want to plan for the future, you need to understand your current financial position. Write down your income, expenses, liability, debts, assets. For us doctors, it is sometimes difficult because we don't keep proper records. There is a variability in income and expense. We don't have enough time or we are not disciplined enough. But do it anyhow. Out of that, 25% goes to the saving, that goes to either emergency fund or investment. The rest, 25% goes to EMI. All your EMIs, house, car, clinic, hospital, should not exceed 25% of your pre-tax income. The rest 50% is for the expenses, mandatory as well as voluntary. Second important part is the tax management. We need to understand the difference between evasion and avoidance of tax. Tax evasions are illegal means to reduce the tax, but it leads to poor balance sheet. Know all type of tax deduction clauses and use them smartly for tax avoidance, like ATC, that includes your investment in life insurance, PPF, NSC, NPS, ELSS, mutual fund, and so on. The ATD is for medical insurance, and then there are various other clauses also. Into undivided family. That is also very important for tax avoidance. It is helpful for the investment also, insurance also, and tax benefits also. It is like having an invisible brother. A frequently asked question to us: buying a luxury car for saving the taxes on the loan is absolute no-no. Insurance. We doctors end up on two extremes. We don't need an insurance. And the second extreme is we have too many inadequate policies, like endowment plans and ULIP plans. But insurance on these 6 categories are must. Life, health, disability, property, professional indemnity for doctors, and auto. I am going to touch only on 2 main: life insurance and health insurance. For life insurance, buy a pure term plan without money back policies. In the event of unfortunate demise during the term, your spouse should receive the sum assured, calculated around 15 to 20 times of your annual expense. It should be ideal for your life insurance. For health insurance, though we are our own doctors, we should and we must have an adequate health insurance plan, preferably family floater and base price of around 5 to 10 lakh with top-up plan of up to 50 lakh. Because nowadays corporate hospitals charge, I don't want to comment on that. The fourth is investment planning. There are 4 types of investment that we can do with our savings. The first is debt investment, like fixed deposit, bonds, provident fund, SSY scheme, post office schemes, and debt mutual funds. The returns depend on the interest. They hardly beat inflation post-tax, but it is good for the stability and security. The second is gold. It is like hedge fund. It's a risk management fund. It should be ideally around 10% of your investment. It is important for protection, and it is easily liquidable. It has easy liquidity, and it helps in the crisis. So when your gold bonds are preferable over physical gold, but that's a different topic. Real estate. Real estate is good for the growth, but it requires large fund, maintenance cost, and the liquidity is not that good. And fourth and most commonly used is equity, that is shares and mutual fund. Dr. Nishit and Dr. Gaurav are talking about that in the subsequent lecture, so I am not touching that. Diversification is very important. It's doing investment in various financial instruments and asset class. The idea is to find a proper balance between the risk and the returns, depending on your age. Different investment for different goals at different stages of life is diversification. Fifth is retirement planning. Do proper retirement planning, as we do not have any social security and may not have any pension. PPF, National Pension Scheme, and long-term SIPs are good options for retirement planning. Estate planning. What happens to your stuff when you die? If you think about it now, you may avoid family disputes and protect your assets for the long time for the next generation. It can be done by various methods: will, trust, probate, power of attorney, or advance health directives. So 360-degree planning includes cash flow budgeting, tax planning, insurance planning, investment planning, retirement planning, and then estate planning. So with this, I would like to summarize two things: the fundamentals of financial planning and the broad performa for investment planning. The last quote I would like to say is, failing to plan is planning to fail. Thank you. Thank you for patiently.